What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Let me just say this. I do like Donald Trump to a certain extent. I believe that Donald Trump was a better president than Joe Biden. I like the fact that he stands on what he says. But it kind of stops right there, okay? Because I know, like the others, Donald Trump is a white man. Donald Trump will not solve black issues, and it's not his job to do so. He's a politician, okay? Now, I have a hard time with some of the brothers and sisters out there who have caped so hard for the left or the right. And one of those people is Candace Owens. Candace Owens has spent the last 4 to 5 years pretty much going MAGA, telling black people, how bad our community is on the behest of the conservative issues. And I'm a conservative. I'm also a registered Republican. But it's one thing to talk down to people and on behalf of, white conservatives, and she has a white husband, things like that. And then, and that's one thing I don't really like is that, Candace Owens, her content towards the black community is really talking at our people. And she doesn't have a heart for our people. She has a heart for the other folks, which is okay with me. And to be honest, Candace Owens has been loyal to Donald Trump. I think also building a career from his base and making an exorbitant amount of money. But what happened was recently, Candace Owens, somebody gave Donald Trump some misinformed news about her. Something that allegedly she said. And it comes across in layman's terms, basically somebody lied and said Candace Owens said he was old, he didn't know how to use the internet, he was out of touch. So then Donald Trump was interviewed and he said he was very disappointed in Candace Owens and things like that. And the next time that Candace Owens saw Donald Trump, he was very rude to her. And Candace Owens didn't like the fact that, former President Trump made some shots at Ron DeSantis, and then she calls the base is being trepidated and it's being split between who they should follow. Is it Trump or is it DeSantis in 2024? Because we think that that DeSantis may run for president in 2024. We don't know. And so she's upset with Trump for how he's been treating her, in so many words. I've even seen some of the brothers making videos about it on her behalf, Brandon Tatum, Officer Tatum, and things like that. But now, this is why I always stick with the blacks. Number one, I love our community, and some of you brothers don't like my commentary, especially towards interracial dating and my own personal perspective towards it. Certain things that black men are not doing. I get it, but we're going to talk about our issues all day because that's my passion. But one of the things that blacks got to understand is that once white people feel like you have done something to them, they forget about all the good things that you've done for them. Don't get me wrong, blacks can get out of line too, but you can bring blacks back to reality. Because we can fall out all the time with blacks. We will forgive each other. But the fact that Donald Trump got misinformed news, listen to what I'm about to say. Donald Trump got misinformed news about what Candace said, and the next time he saw her, he didn't give a damn about her. And then Candace Owens is asking, well, you got my number, why you didn't call me? And my answer to Candace Owens is, why should he call you? You ain't nobody to him. What did he say in the one rally? I love my African Americans. You're just a means to an end, all right? You're not important to him. Okay? You want Donald Trump to reach out and solve an issue, but do you do that with your black community? You see, that's the thing. When we go to white people and something falls out, why are you not treating me fairly? Then we come back and we roast the black community and all this other stuff and I get it, right? But then you expect you're going to be treated fairly because why? You're a black woman married to a white man. You've been saying the things to black America that Donald Trump could never say. Vote Trump. What do you got to lose? You found out just how important you are You're not. At least with the black community, you can look at Dr. Umar. I'm just look at that. If Dr. Umar was ever a black conservative, after making one mistake, he's done. His channel would be moving like Derrick Jackson. But unfortunately, Dr. Umar Johnson is our people. And I will say that many of us love Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm one of them. Even though Dr. Umar Johnson has buffoonish tendencies, the brother cannot build, but the brother is right on most of the things. He has a heart for our people. He's just outside of his skill set. And he has some psychological issues, I believe. But our people are our best asset. We always are trying to run to somebody else, thinking that they're going to treat you favorably. They're never going to treat you favorably. Candace Owens got her wake-up call today, her card today. You're not going to get treated fairly. Yeah, he was misinformed. But the reason why he didn't call you and check, because who are you? You another black person that don't really bring no value to him and his perspective. And Donald Trump know that you ain't got no pull with your people. You got the same base that he already got. Donald Trump gonna look at you as, you got big because of me, which is partly true. You didn't get big off nobody. You got big because a lot of black conservatives got big off going for Trump. We're gonna be real. If you're a black person talking about Trump at that time, you got a lot of following. Everybody knows that. So if you think you got some skin in the game, you don't. And with white people, and most non-blacks, you only got one time for they to think that you did something before your ass really figure out how you are. And you did all that stuff for them. You didn't been a good, you want to call it a good Negro. You've been loyal. And they don't even give you the opportunity to see if it's true. Because who are you to give opportunity to? That's why it's so important to work with your community. Work with your people, because the people can always have a more better understanding. And if they get out of line, then we can come together and solve it. One thing about black people is that we will eventually have some level of forgiveness for each other, and we can straighten it out. We talk too much about the Pookie and the Ray Rays, but black people, we can forgive each other eventually and be stronger. You don't get that with the whites and other groups. You're outsider. Thank you for what you're doing, but you got one time to mess up. Gone. Out of there. Out of there. And that's what something that she didn't even do. Imagine if she made a mistake. Let it be a warning. You're really out of there. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.